Most of the popular money advice you hear is built for the average person, not for someone whose brain works a little differently. So when your habits don't match those rules, it doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. It often means you're using a strategy most people overlook. Your mind might be tuned to notice patterns, costs, and opportunities that others move past without thinking. And once you recognize that difference, your approach to money starts to make a lot more sense. Like and subscribe, and let's dig into what these habits are really showing you. Number 1. Buying time. Imagine watching your entire to-do list disappear in minutes because you finally decided your time was worth more than the chores pulling at you. And you pause for a second, wondering why that choice feels so different. When you choose to pay for services that free up your time, you're not being indulgent. You're recognizing something your mind has known for a long while. Time is the only resource that never comes back. Your brain naturally weighs the hours you save against the value you can create. And that quiet calculation often reveals that your energy is too important to waste on tasks that drain you. This isn't laziness. It's an intuitive understanding that your attention, focus, and mental bandwidth are far more valuable than the cost of outsourcing a routine task. You may notice that when you reclaim those hours, your mood lifts, your creativity returns, and your productivity expands in unexpected directions. That shift, subtle but powerful, often points to an internal compass that's guiding you toward a life shaped less by obligation and more by intention. And once you sense that pull, it becomes easier to notice the deeper patterns behind the way you handle the rest of your decisions. Number 2. Measuring purchases in hours. Have you ever noticed how a price tag means nothing to you until your mind quietly translates it into the hours of your life it would cost? This habit isn't about being overly cautious or overly frugal. It's a sign that your brain anchors money to something far more real than numbers. Instead of seeing a purchase as a simple exchange, you instinctively measure it against your effort, your time, and the energy it takes to earn it back. That's why some things feel instantly worth it, while others suddenly seem pointless. Your internal system is weighing the true cost long before you reach for your card. People who do this often carry a deeper sense of control over their financial world, because every choice feels grounded in the reality of what it demands from you. And beneath that calm evaluation is something even more telling. Something that shapes the way you move through opportunities and obligations alike. Number 3. Ownership over consumption. Most people think spending is about what you get. But psychology shows the way you think about money shifts the moment you start seeing yourself as an owner instead of a consumer. When your mind naturally drifts toward investing in the companies behind the things you already buy, it isn't a random quirk. It's a sign that you instinctively value creation over consumption. You're not just asking, do I want this? But what side of this transaction do I want to be on? That quiet shift reveals a deeper pattern. Your brain gravitates toward positions where your money works for you, instead of disappearing the moment you use it. This mindset often forms long before you ever buy a share of anything. It shows up in how you evaluate brands, how you notice business models, and how you understand the flow of value around you. And when that awareness starts to surface more often, it points to an internal drive that shapes how you respond to unexpected opportunities later on. Number 4. Planting windfalls. People often say unexpected money is meant to be enjoyed. But your mind pushes back against that idea in a way that surprises even you. When a windfall shows up, you don't feel the urge to spend it right away. Instead, something in you pauses and asks what it could grow into. That instinct isn't about fear or restriction. It's a sign that your brain naturally frames unexpected resources as potential, not permission. You see the long arc of what that money might become, and your impulse control shifts from holding back to choosing wisely. This is why a refund, a bonus, or even a small payout feels less like a treat and more like a seed you don't want to waste. There's a quiet satisfaction in planting it rather than spending it, almost as if your future self is calling out to you, and you're listening. And that internal pull reveals something deeper about how you handle possibility before it even arrives. Number 5, wealth on autopilot. There's a quiet sense of relief that comes from realizing you don't need constant discipline to build a stable financial life. What feels like a small adjustment, bumping a transfer here, automating a contribution there, is actually your mind choosing a path that removes friction instead of relying on willpower. You intuitively understand that systems protect you in ways motivation can't, because systems keep working even on the days when you're tired, stressed, or focused on everything else. This is why those automatic habits feel so natural to you. They let your future grow without demanding daily effort or emotional energy. And without even announcing it, you start constructing a financial environment where the easiest choice is also the smartest one. That kind of design says something subtle about how you approach stability and long-term security, hinting at a way of thinking that shapes more than just your savings. Number 6, opportunity fund. Most people don't realize that keeping money with no specific purpose can be one of the strongest psychological strategies you have. When you set aside a fund meant only for unexpected opportunities, your brain begins operating from a place of readiness rather than hesitation. Instead of scrambling or second-guessing when something valuable appears, you feel a calm sense of permission to act because you prepared for this moment long before it arrived. That preparation reflects a mind that thinks in possibilities, not probabilities, and it allows you to move in ways that others often can't. You're not chasing luck. You're creating the conditions where luck can land and actually stay. And beneath that steady confidence is a deeper pattern that shapes the way you make choices long before the world ever sees the results. Number 7, the language of wealth. Most people don't realize how much power they give away every time they say they can't afford something. Yet you've probably felt something shift when you choose different words. When you frame a decision as a choice rather than a limitation, you're not pretending everything is within reach. You're recognizing that your agency matters more than the price tag. Your brain responds to that language in subtle ways, shaping how you evaluate options, how you prioritize, and how you see yourself in relation to money. What feels like a tiny shift in vocabulary is actually a shift in identity, turning financial decisions into expressions of control instead of scarcity. You begin to notice that the way you speak affects how you think, and how you think slowly alters what you believe you're capable of building. And beneath that gentle change is an even deeper shift that starts influencing how you measure happiness itself. Number 8, the happiness budget. Have you ever wondered why some purchases stay with you for months while others fade from your memory almost instantly? When you pay attention to which moments genuinely lift your mood and which ones leave you empty, you're doing something far more intentional than tracking expenses. You're building an internal map of what actually nourishes you, and your brain uses that map to quietly guide your future choices. Instead of chasing quick hits of excitement, you start recognizing which experiences have a longer emotional half-life. And that awareness shapes your spending in ways most people never think about. This is why certain price tags don't intimidate you, while others feel wasteful. You're aligning your money with your values, rather than reacting to impulse. Over time, this pattern reveals something deeper than preference or taste. It shows how closely your emotional world and your financial world are woven together, each shaping the other in ways you're only beginning to notice. You've just seen that the things you wondered about yourself were not flaws at all, but signals of a mind that works with purpose. There's a quiet beauty in realizing how naturally you choose meaning over impulse, and how consistently your instincts guide you toward growth. You've been building something solid inside yourself, even on the days it didn't feel that way. If you want more moments of clarity like this, feel free to like and subscribe. And if you're curious about the deeper layers of who you are, the next video explores the unexpected traits that often point to a hidden intelligence.